We'll give it a little bit.
So can you see when people?
I think so. So I just clicked broadcast, which I believe then opens it up. And I just see the two of us as the only two in here right now. Whoops, and I just minimized it. So let me try and get that back up.
Okay. So I don't do anything until you tell me to go.
Right, yep.
Okay.
And I'll even mute myself and my camera when I get started too. So that way,
Okay.
I'll give it some time.
Okay.
I'm going to. I was just going to take a look too, just to make sure that's all I needed to do.
Okay.
So why don't we, since it is recording,
Mm-hmm.
why don't we go ahead and get started, and
Okay.
then we'll just have you record it.
Okay.
And if somebody pops in during, I can hop on and let you know at the end if you want to, if you have any questions or anything like that. But let's just do it as we would, and then that way we have it recorded to share with students later. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay, awesome. So I am going to just do my quick little introduction just so that we have it as well. So let me make this a little bit bigger just in case. And so I'm going to say welcome to the virtual college exploration for all Ohio students. If you're popping on with us live, we do have a Q&A question, and those questions will be answered at the end or throughout the presentation. Your camera and microphone are off, so we cannot see you. If you'd like to sign up for additional sessions, you'll see them on the OACAC website at www.oacac.org, and a recording of this will be available along with the other presentations that are happening this week as well. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Ferris State for their presentation.
Hi, I'm Deb Savitas from Ferris State University, and I'm going to share my screen with you so that I can go through some slides. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so you'll see our social media listed on the slide. So if you need to contact us, if you want to post about us, feel free to do that. If you visit campus and would like to post photos, we'd love to see that. Feel free to do that anytime. Let's see if I can. Okay, on a normal visit, if you come to visit campus, what you would expect is a presentation from a recruiter, a 2-mile walking tour of the campus, and a meal at the Rock Cafe. Now, because we are not doing a lot of on-campus tours right now, what you get is a recorded tour. I will not show you the recorded tour, but I do have a video at the end of this presentation that'll show you a little bit more about campus. We do have visits available, and you can come to campus, but like I said, they're very limited. You find out if they can fit your schedule by going to ferris.edu/campus. campus.edu/visit, and you'll be able to sign up for a date that works for you. We do have Saturday visits as well. The slide I'm showing you now is the very first graduating class at Ferris State University in 1884. The reason that I wanted to show you this is I want you to notice that there are several women in the graduating class in 1884. That was really a unique happening for that period of time. Our founder, who's in the back row center, Woodbridge Nathan Ferris, he really had a forward attitude about education, and he believed that education was for everyone, not just for rich people, not just for white people, not just for men. And so in the very first few graduating classes, you would see women, you would see African Americans, you would see many different diverse groups graduating from Ferris, even though that was not common in that time period. This is a more recent graduation. What you're seeing is one graduation ceremony out of several that take place over 2 days. And you can see there are quite a few more graduates now than there were then. So things have changed quite a bit. Our current president is on the stage in the blue robes. Our current enrollment is approximately 12,472 students. That does include all of our online and satellite students, so students all through the state of Michigan and around the country online. On campus, we have between 8,000 and 9,000 students, so the campus feels like a small community. It is very walkable, so it takes generally 10 to 15 minutes to get from the residence halls to any classroom on campus. So you do have the ability to walk campus quite easily. You are allowed to have a vehicle on campus. You'll probably not drive it a lot on campus, largely because it'll be faster to walk to class than to find parking. But you are allowed to have that. The parking fee for a year is $130 at this point. We do have students from all over the United States, with the exception of about 6 states that we do not have students from, but we do have students from all over the United States. You'll notice that most of our students do come from the Midwest. However, also notice that California and Florida send us more than 15 students a year. The reason for that, the people used to warm, sunny climates coming to the snowy Midwest, is because we have one of the best professional golf management programs in the country, and they come from all over the country to attend that program. We have always prided ourselves on small class sizes. Our student to teacher ratio is approximately 16:1, and our students have the ability to get to know the faculty members. I would really recommend that you take the time and you allow them to get to know you. Stop and talk to them after class, talk to them before class, go to their office hours, get to know them, because our faculty members pride themselves in being able to help you achieve your goals. At many universities, what you find is that the faculty members are juggling teaching, helping students, research, publishing. They've got a lot going on. At Ferris State University, although our faculty do research and they do publish, we do not require it. So they have more time to spend with their students. And because they've networked all over the country, they can help you get into grad schools, they can help you get published. If they choose to do research, oftentimes they'll have a student help them. And when they publish, your name goes on the paper as well. So you'd be published. Our faculty is highly interested in helping students achieve their goals. So do take the time to get to know your faculty members. What does it take to be a bulldog? What we look for, and I want you to know that these numbers are fluid, there is some wiggle room. So I'll tell you what the requirements are on paper, and then I'll tell you how there's wiggle room. We look for a 2.5 minimum cumulative GPA on a 4-point scale. The average at the university is about 3.3. The reason the average is so much higher than the required is because we have a very eclectic group of programs. We have about 190 different degree granting programs, ranging from HVAC and automotive to engineering and doctoral programs in pharmacy and optometry education, and nursing. So we do have a very eclectic type of programs. If you're looking for something that's a 2-year degree, we've got those. If you're looking for a doctoral degree, we've got those as well. So there is quite a difference between the average GPA and what's required. Like I said, 2.5 is the required minimum. We look for either a 17 minimum ACT or a 900 minimum SAT. Now, where the wiggle room comes in is that if your test score is higher and your GPA is lower, or vice versa, we can definitely look at that. Also, you can come in test optional if you have a 3.0 GPA. There is some wiggle room on that as well. So even if your GPA is not quite 3.0, you can apply test optional due to COVID and the inability to take the exam at this point. There is some more wiggle room there as well. If your GPA or one of your numbers is not quite meeting the requirement, still apply, because what we'll do is we may ask you for further information. We don't require any letters of recommendation or personal statements. However, if you've got, say, a 2.0 GPA and you're trying to come in test optional, we may say, hey, can you send us a personal statement? Why is your GPA 2.0? You can give us information and we can help you. And we can help you find other ways if your numbers just don't quite meet the requirements. So that's something to think about as well. On campus, we have many ways to get involved. I do recommend that you join some kind of student organization right away, largely because that helps you get involved on campus, and then that will help you to make campus your home and to start making decisions that will affect how the future of the campus plays out. We want you to make it your own. So we want you to start making those decisions, deciding what speakers we bring to campus, what musical groups we bring to campus. And you can only do that if you join a group that has a voice. Individual students can do that, but it's harder to make an individual voice heard than it is through a student organization. Plus, then you start making friends right away. We have live-learn communities on campus, and what those are groups of students that are linked by some common bond who live together in the same residence hall and take many of the same classes. So you'd be taking classes together, living together, studying together, learning and growing together. Some of the most common live-learn communities are the honors program, the POSIT program, which is for pharmacy and optometry students in training, and the psychology program. It has a live-learn community as well. So what they do is they're all community focused. You'll find yourselves doing community service. You have advanced academic opportunities, so you'll have tutors that'll come right into your residence halls. In some cases, professors will come in and they'll actually hold like mini classes in your residence hall. You get leadership opportunities, the opportunity to conduct your own community focused program. And there's also peer mentorship. So you'll kind of guide each other through college. It really is, we found that students that study together really do a lot better, and you enjoy it more because you have that social interaction as well. So it really does make the college experience much better to join either a live-learn community or some kind of student organization on campus. We do have about 250 student organizations, and we have everything from the wrestling club to Greek life. So depending on what you're looking for, we probably have an organization for it. If you absolutely cannot find one you love, you can create your own. You just have to complete the paperwork, have at least 5 members, and then you'll have all of the rights that an organization on campus would have to reserve rooms or fields or whatever you need. To attend Ferris, there is cost. We do not charge out-of-state tuition though, so all Ohio residents still pay the same that Michigan residents pay. We're located in Big Rapids, Michigan, so if you'd like to Google that and see the area, you don't need to add the Michigan. We are the only Big Rapids in the country, so if you just type in Big Rapids, you'll get all kinds of information about us. As far as the cost of attending Ferris, this is an average. It's an estimated average, and it's based on 14 credit hours. We do charge per credit hour. Each class is approximately 3 to 4 credit hours, depending on how many times a week it meets and if there's a lab. Most of our students take between 12 and 15 credit hours, 12 credit hours being full-time, which is what you'll need to keep scholarships. Based on a 14 credit hour per semester, schedule, you're looking at about $12,571 per year. So for both semesters. Add to that your room and board. This is the silver meal plan, which allows you to eat as many times a day as you'd like and as much as you'd like at any sitting. If you do that, I do recommend that you take advantage of the Student Rec Center, but that's about $10,000 a year. So you're looking at about $22,000 a year. And then if you add books and supplies, travel home, personal expenses, you're looking at about $24,000 a year for our total cost before any financial aid or any scholarships hit. We are ranked one of the best values in the country for higher education. Incoming freshman scholarships. These are merit scholarships that are just based on your GPA and your test score. If you have the numbers, you get the scholarship. You don't need to apply for the scholarship or ask. The top one is the Founder Scholarship. This number is going to change for 2021, but for 2020, it was $12,630 a year. For 4 years, that's a $51,000 benefit. It has the criteria listed at the bottom. You do need both of those numbers in order to get the scholarships, and all of this information is available on our website, www.ferris.edu. And then if you type in the search bar, freshman scholarships, you'll get all of this information. We do have test optional scholarships. So if you come in test optional without using a test score, you can get one of these two scholarships, the Dean Scholarship or the Ferris Gold Scholarship. $3,500 per year for the Deans, $2,000 a year for the Gold, and the top is your benefit after 4 years of college. Remember that if you want to finish your college in 4 years and you're not transferring any credits in, you will need to take 15 credits per semester if you don't take summer classes. The criteria is listed at the bottom for these scholarships, and again, these are automatic as well. There are also transfer scholarships. So let's say your plan is to go to a local community college for the first year or two to get some of your gen ed out of the way, or even earn an associate's degree. That's fine. We welcome transfer students. We have a transfer portal on our website that you can use to see how your classes will transfer in. We also have scholarships for transfer students, and those are listed here. The top one is the President's Scholarship. Again, if you have a 3.7 cumulative GPA, you'll get $5,500 per year. These, instead of being renewable for 4 years like the others, are renewable for 3 years because we figure a transfer student is not usually here for 4 years. So the other ones are renewable for 4 years. These are renewable for 3. And again, this is just based on your GPA, not on your test score. So that being said, these are not the only scholarships that are available. We probably have 200 scholarships listed on our website that you can apply for. You'll get into, once you're accepted, you can get into My FSU and get into My Scholarships. It'll ask you 5 or 6 questions, and then it'll list everything that you're eligible for. My advice is to apply for every single scholarship you're eligible for. The reason for that is some are not awarded because no one applies. So never assume that the competition is going to be so great that you can't get it. Always put your name in the hat. They all have different criteria. You may have to write an essay. You may have to demonstrate community service, but I would suggest you apply for everything that you qualify for. We take safety very seriously on campus, and so we do have secured residence halls. You will be able to get into your residence hall by using your ID, which has a magnetic strip that will unlock the door. We request that you do not let anyone in who you do not know. So if you invite friends over, that's fine. You can let them in. However, do not, like if you're walking to the door and there's someone behind you, unless you know them, don't let them go in with you. Let them unlock it with their key as well. That keeps our students safe, and we want our students as safe as possible, as I'm sure you would like to be safe and your parents would love to have you safe. The parking permits that we have on campus keep a record of vehicles so that we don't have a lot of vehicles on campus that we don't think belong there. We do have a blue emergency lights all throughout campus. And if you find yourself in a situation where you are afraid or something is happening, get to one of those lights. The response time right now is under 1 minute. Campus, like I said, is very walkable. We have not just our own public safety, but we also have criminal justice students who are there for either their bachelor's or their master's, and they can get jobs working for public safety to be responders to those blue lights. So the response time is less than a minute. We have a foot patrol as well. They used to call them escorts, but they realized how bad that sounded. But if you have an evening class and you're getting out at 9 o'clock at night and it's winter and very dark out, you might not want to walk home alone. Most students are fine walking home alone, but several are just not comfortable with it. We do have a foot patrol that you can call, and they will come to your class and they will walk you to your residence hall. So you don't have to walk at night by yourself if you choose not to. You can also sign up to get emergency text alerts. They'll tell you everything from if there's a crime that's been committed, if there's severe weather coming, if there's anything that you need to know about on campus, it will let you know. It will also let you know about the Big Rapids area. So if there's a crime off campus that involved a student, you'll also get a warning to let you know that, so you can keep yourself safe, which is what we really hope to do. Another benefit is that Big Rapids has the campus police, we have the Big Rapids police, the sheriff, and the state police are all within a few miles. So it does tend to be a very safe area. It is a rural area. And now I'm going to show you a video. That's our president speaking.
When you become passionate about whatever it is, you can make a huge impact here on home. And the question I really want to express to you as learning like the residence class, reading, making new friends, hanging out, and connecting with them to class and events. Anytime you want to grab a quick bite to eat, you go to a rock and you think of friends. It was always a good experience.
And the Rock was like a place to go. The Rock Cafe. Everything is campus. I was really homesick. I didn't have a lot of friends. And the second I got involved in the student organization, my life had a complete 180.
Once you get on campus, go to as many cultural events and walk on the events that you can, just so that you can be around people, because everyone is feeling the same way that you are.
There are a lot of activities on campus. Me personally, I really like to listen.
We have the rec center, which has swimming, rock climbing, intramural sports. The second I came onto campus, I felt like I was at home.
You know, you visit campus and it's just like, it feels right. Like you get that feeling like this is home for the next 4 years. And I got that feeling like right away. So I just knew it. I was like, this is where I'm going to be.
Okay, so that gave you an overview of what campus is like. If you have any questions, please feel free to type those, and I will respond to those as soon as I have a moment to look at all of the questions that have been submitted. Thank you very much for your time, and again, if you have any questions about Ferris, it's a great place to go to school.
Great. Thank you so much, Deb.
Yeah, thank you.
Share my screen one more time just with a few final reminders.
Okay.
So after this window closes, there is a survey, probably not in the recorded version, but please visit www.oacac.org to sign up for more sessions. And other recordings will be available like this one so that you can check out lots of different institutions at once. So thank you again, Deb. It was so nice to meet you.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you as well.
Yes, bye.
Bye.